Hello everybody and welcome. The big question on today's episode is, have we managed to stop the rot and commenced the redemption once more? Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 22 of the Rothosen Redemption, an FM 26 series where we try and rebuild Hamburg into one of the leading forces in the Bundesliga and Europe once more. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we are back to Champions League duty. It's match day 3 in the Champions League phase, and then we face St Pauli in Bundesliga match day 9. Last time out, as I said, we been on a bit of a losing streak. We somehow or other beat Ajax by 4 goals to 3, should I say. And after that, it all went a bit Pete Tong, a little bit of Champions League hangover. We lost 1-0 to Freiburg. Then we lost to English champions Arsenal 2-0. And then Borussia Mönchengladbach, again, a little bit of hangover from the Champions League, I think. And we went and lost to them. Then we went into an international break and we played a couple of friendlies to start off with. We played Gütersloh and we managed to beat them by 5-0. We had a little bit of a tweak, a little bit of play with the tactic, and we managed to get that win. Goals from Turanega. Felipe got a brace. Romelu, chance to get him on the score sheet, and Dompe as well. So that was quite a good win for us. And then we played Karl Zeiss Jena. I think they're an Austrian side. Beat them by 5-1. Goals from Megid, who got a brace, Romelu, Katapach, and Dompe again on the score sheet. A good 5-1 win. They took the lead after 5 minutes, and we thought we were probably up against it, but we didn't. Anyway, having won our 2 friendlies in the international break, we came back to league duty and faced a Union Berlin in Berlin. And, we had a Banda sent off after 77 minutes. It looked like it was going to be a ball draw. That was until Königsdorfer managed to convert a cross into the box by Igor, and we managed to get a 1-0 win for the first win in the Bundesliga for, I think it's 4 games. 1, 2, 3. 5 games, in fact, because we drew against Borussia Dortmund. That is only our 2nd win in the Bundesliga this season. The only other downside to that game was we had a Moyhem taken off in that game, and he will be out for something like about 5 weeks as it currently stands. So that isn't good news. And then we went on we come back to the Volkspark Stadion, where we faced Bayer Leverkusen, beating them 3-0 in that one. Hogsburg after 11 minutes, Dan Neil after 35, and Jamie Lawrence in the second half on 56. Looks like this slight tweak to the formation may be working, and let's hope it continues today, because we face Athlético Madrid in the Champions League as a first stop. Quick look at the Champions League table. We are currently in 18th place, having played 2, won 1, lost 1. They are in 7th place currently. They have won both their opening 2 ties in the Champions League. Let's have a quick look who they have played today. Atletico, if we can find them. It depends what day they played, of course. They could have played on the Tuesday games. They did. They beat Ajax by 2-0 last round, and the round previous to that, they beat... So we can't see them. Where are they? Where are you? Maybe it's just me doing this. Oh, because there was 3 days, wasn't there? There was a Tuesday games as well in the first round of games. And they did. They played Roma and beat them by 1-0. That man, Julian Alvarez, the danger man, who we have to face today. That one they snuck 3 minutes into injury time. So that's how it's all set. Let's go and have a look at the retweet formation and also the team that will face Atletico Madrid in this Champions League match day 3. And here is the side that faces Atletico in this Champions League match day 3 in the league phase. And this is how we line up. It's a very familiar formation, just a few tweaks behind the instructions, but apart from that, we line up that the 2 wing backs don't line up quite so high up the field, a bit more deeper, a little bit more robust at the back. The team then is Fernandes in goal. It's Igor, Lite, Lawrence and Hogsberg across the back line. In this formation, there's 2 versions. There's a left invert and a right invert, which means a bit of overlap on the left or the right. We can switch between the 2 at will. In this particular one, Igor's going to run up, Banda's going to cut inside, and he's going to overlap or underlap, whichever way around it is. And Neil and Sambilonga are the defensive midfielders. Banda and Königsdorfer the wide attackers, with Groenbeck sat in a free role behind Romelu, who leads the attack up front. The bench then looks like this. It's Tanvig, Katabach, Turanega, Jatta, Kral, Efedili, Pasadas, Rossing Lillisilt, Felipe, Dompe, Rath and Arana. And here we are in Madrid for this one. They are playing a 5-2-1-2 today, making no changes from the side that lost to Real Madrid 1-0 in their last La Liga game. They are currently 7th in the Champions League phase, having picked up 6 points from their first 2 matches. Currently 4th in La Liga, as the teams come out onto the pitch. Champions League football, and the referee will pick the ball up. Atletico playing in red and white stripes and lightish blue shorts. We're playing in our 3rd kit tonight, all black with pink bits. Sounds painful, pink bits. And Atletico gets underway. Alvarez, to be certain. That one gone straight into touch. Black with the ball in arms. Launches a long one. Lite brings that down nicely to Igor. Igor finds Neil. Neil to Banda. Banda flicks one looking for Romelu. Did come to Romelu eventually. Königsdorfer. Königsdorfer into the area. Cross it in. And an own goal by Lenormand. I think Romelu was lurking, and I think he probably would have converted it if Normand hadn't put it in for him. But as we know, Romelu's... Oh, no, it wasn't Romelu. What was it? Let's have a quick look. No, would have come through to either Romelu or Groenbeck were waiting there in the middle. Either way, thank you to Lenormand. Königsdorfer out wide again, crosses one in. This time a black collects. Hancock launches one. Lite's underneath it, but only heads it as far as Buena. Alvarez, and Alvarez levels it up. His 3rd goal in 3 matches in the Champions League this season. And on 23 minutes, it's all square. Lite heading it to Buena. Lookman threads it through the defence, and Alvarez is there. And Alvarez doesn't really miss those. He's a monster. They have a throw in deep in their half. danger is that they're going to come out. Oh, Banda trying to get his foot in there. Couldn't quite. And it goes out wide. Lorient, he's brought down by Igor, and it's going to be a penalty. I've just realised we've been playing balanced. I'm not sure why we're balanced. Positive would be more akin to what we're trying to do. And it is a penalty, and we're going to go behind here for the first time. Igor picks up a yellow card. And it's Alvarez to make it 2-0, but a save by Fernandes. And maybe, just maybe, that's a turning point. Grombeck. Banda. Yeah, I'm not sure why we were balanced early on. Igor, of course, with his yellow card. Cross it in, Igor. Igor around his man. Since the area, but wanted too many touches. And nobody wanted to take the shot. Hogsberg. Grombeck into Königsdorfer. Königsdorfer. It's gone in the back of the net. And Hanko this time putting it in. And it's a second own goal. But they all count. And we go 2-1 up. And it's Königsdorfer again. Nobody there, really. I'm not sure. I think they would have probably been able to defend it. As we head towards half-time, throw in by Ruggeri. Lookman back to Ruggeri. Barrios. And that's into space for Lookman. He didn't get the ball away. Backheeled it and well defended. And they are dangerous. I didn't mean to press the pause button. I'm sorry about that. That one fired over the top. And with 2 minutes added on, are we going to go in 2-1 up? Or is there other things going to happen? Hogsberg out to Königsdorfer. Königsdorfer who's run and ragged out that far side. Hogsberg. Lokonga, Neil, Lokonga, back to Neil, Lokonga, Neil, Hogsberg, Königsdorfer, back to Hogsberg, Hogsberg into the area, Königsdorfer, cross it in, the shot was blocked. And we could have had a 3-1 lead at half-time. Lite into the second minute added on, Sambi Lokonga. And it is half-time at the Estadio Metropolitano, let's get it right. We started off very, very well. They had that middle bit where they got a goal back, but I think once we'd wrestled that second goal, they were on the back foot a little bit. 2-1 at half-time then. We've had 60% of the possession. 3 shots, 2 on target. They've had 6 shots, 3 on target. Their XG is slightly better than ours. We haven't scored yet, let's face it. They've scored all the goals for us, which is very kind of them. At the moment, we are in the lead, but the question is, they're going to come at us pretty hell for leather in the second half. Can we hang on? And Romolo gets the second half underway. No changes I'm aware of at half-time. Lite. Fernandes with the ball in arms. Lawrence to Lite. Lite finds Neil. Neil to Lokonga. And I thought we were going to lose that for a minute, but we didn't. It's gone out to Banda. Banda on that far side. Banda into the area. Banda. He's going to pull it back. And Grombeck gets his first goal in the Champions League. And we take a 3-1 lead. That's a 2-goal cushion. We've swapped the inversion over. Gone right side this time, which means Banda will cut in as a winger, whereas he's been cutting in, but put it in. There was 3 players waiting for that, and Atletico Madrid didn't know how to deal with it, and it's a 3-1 lead. Well, they've made some changes. I think we've hurt them. Königsdorfer, Lokonga, Königsdorfer, and Hanko heads it back to a black. Didn't know much about that, I don't think. Koke. Lookman. He's got that out wide to Simone. Simone, I think, has come on. I'm not sure. And it fell for Nuri, who gets a goal. We'll see it again. Bit like a comedy of errors, really. Simone running inside there. Igor trying to keep him out. Alvarez has a shot. It's blocked by Lite. and it then falls. And I think Lawrence should have been trying to cut this out. But as it was, Fernandez almost unsighted until Noure put it in the back of the net. It's 3-2. Just thinking about some changes. Simone out there again. Moving the ball around nicely, which is always a bit of a worry. Hanko. And Alvarez, his danger man is in there. And they've scored again. You just know when they're moving that ball around, they're looking for the chance. And the chance comes and then they're in. You just see him moving it around. Alvarez, he just seems to be able to, if he can't shoot himself, he has something out of the bag. Armada is there, and Lawrence couldn't do anything with it. And it's 3-3, and the lead has evaporated. Turanega, who's come on. Tajata, who's also come on. Felipe's pickpocketed. Not strong enough to hold them off, and danger ensues now. As they come forward, need to thwart this attack into space. And Alvarez surely was offside. He looked very much offside. VAR will look at it. He's not. He's onside, and they may well have snuck a lead here. Knew exactly where to put it, and Alvarez getting the goal. And as we enter the last 5 minutes of this second half, we had a lead and threw it away. We have a corner, a chance to get level. Can we? Can we? Yes, we can. Lite puts it away. Even the goalkeeper came up. I hadn't realised. And a 4-4 draw, I think, is a fair reflection of the game. 4 minutes added on. Groenbeck's corner is headed away only as far as Felipe, who controls the ball. It comes into the area, and Lite puts it away, makes it 4-4. As the clock runs down, it's all over. It's a 4-4 draw against Atletico Madrid. We didn't have much go in that second half at all. We have 56% of the possession, 7 shots, 4 on target. They had pretty much twice as much as us. 15 shots, 8 on target, 2.91 against our 1.74. It's a better result than we have been getting. Well, that 4-4 draw against Atletico moves Atletico up into second place. As it stands, there are a number of teams just below them that still have to play their third games, including Chelsea, Manchester City and Arsenal, the 3 British sides. There should be 4 in there, I would have thought. Yes, Liverpool, the other one. They're down there. They have to play as well. So it's not all going to be. We moved up into 16th. But again, we could drop down a little bit once these teams, because there's a lot of teams below us that still have to play. And what we're going to do is we're going to run through those, and we will come back with an updated table once the Wednesday games have been played. Well, you come back and join me, and there are 5 teams with 100% records now. Manchester City, Chelsea, Barcelona, Arsenal and Real Madrid are the 5 teams that have 100% records, won all 3 of their opening Champions League matches. Manchester City go top on goal difference, or is that goals for? Goals for, as it turns out. Chelsea are in second, 2 English sides, in fact 3 English sides in the top 4. Barcelona sandwiched between Chelsea and Arsenal, who are in 4th place. Real Madrid are in 5th. So as you can see, English and Spanish dominance there in that top echelons. Liverpool moving up into 6th. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 of the English sides. Where is the other English side then? Newcastle, right down below somewhere. They are struggling at the moment. But anyway, that's how it is. So the top 8 at the moment is Manchester City, Chelsea, Barcelona, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Marseille and Atletico taking up the 8 straight through positions. And then, as you'll see, we are down in 19th place, still inside the teams that could progress further in this competition. Roma are next opponents. They are currently in 14th. They've won 1, drawn 1 and lost 1. Pretty much the same as us. So it's all to play for in the next round of games. Right, it is just 2 days down to our Bundesliga's match against St Pauli. We'll be back on match day. So here we are on match day. There's no other news really to tell you. We'll still be without Moyhem, who's got that knee ligament sprain. We've played St Pauli twice. Of course, St Pauli also a team in Hamburg in Germany. We've lost them 2-1 at the Volkspark Stadion back in August last year. And then we played them in January this year at the Melantor Stadion, where we are today. And we beat them 3-1 on that occasion. Goals from Grönberg on 18 minutes. They equalised on 23. Dompe getting us the lead and eventually a extra goal. In fact, let's open that up a little bit more because it's not showing the whole pick. Yeah, so Dompe giving us the lead again after 25 and made certain of it on 86 minutes. That was how we got through that day. Can we do something similar today? It'd be very nice. And here is the side that faces local rivals St Pauli in this match day number 9 in the Bundesliga. And the side that will face them today is pretty much an unchanged side. It's Fernandes in goal. Igor and Hogsberg are the wing-backs. Igor, of course, would play normally a more central defence, but with Lite and Lawrence striking up a partnership at the back there, they seem to be holding their own. The other thing is, of course, with Moyhem out, Igor is a good replacement for him. Then we have Neil as a fully fledged defensive midfielder. Sambi Lakonga playing just a bit ahead of him as the midfield playmaker, but will drop back into that defensive duo out of possession, a bit like this. There you go. A pressing defensive midfielder. And then our 2 wide players, Banda and Königsdorfer, with Grönbeck sat behind Romolo up front. Grönbeck moves out to the right. Königsdorfer makes a 2 up front out of possession. And that's how we set up. The bench then looks like this. It's Tanvig, Katabach, Turanega, Jatta, Krau, Fadili, Farai, Rossing, Lillisilt, and Felipe. And here we are at St Pauli. They are playing a 4-2-3-1 today, making no changes from the side that lost to Leipzig 2-1 in their last Bundesliga match. They are currently 14th on 8 points. They've not won any games in their last 5. They've lost 3 and drawn 2. They're playing in their brown and white stripes. Today we're playing in our home kit. And St Pauli gets underway for this one. And it's raining. They have a free kick of Verscharen. Crossed in. Lawrence heads it away. It's headed even further by Königsdorfer. But nobody up there, of course. Large inside. Oh, defenders. And no. They've scored. Lascari. And we just didn't get rid of it, did we? Oh, dear. And our form doesn't look in the league. Doesn't look to have changed any. Chances to get it away here. And I think Fernandez pushed it up onto his crossbar, to be fair. Once again, do we have a little bit of Champions League hangover? That one cut out. In midfield, Königsdorfer, Lawrence. Lawrence finds Lite. Lite to Lakonga. Banda. Banda, he's going on a run. Banda, he's got inside. He's got Igor crossed into the area. And nothing given. It's gone for a corner. Inside the last 5 minutes of this first half, we've not found a way back in as yet. And Valle holds the ball in arms. What's he going to do with this? He's going to launch one. It looks like it. And that's headed on, but it's headed into no man's land. Hogsberg is there. Lawrence. Lite. Lite finds Banda. A couple of yellow cards we've picked up. Romelu! Romelu puts it away. And Romelu's on the score sheet. VAR looking at it. He's going to be offside, isn't he? Yeah, of course he is. By a little bit as well. Well put away, which he can put goals away, but he just spends most of his time in the offside position. The ensuing free kick, 2 minutes added on. We're in the second minute of those two. And the fact that highlights can continue is a little bit of a worry, as we know that these things tend to bite us in the bottom. Trying to move our ball around. And it is half time. We go in a goal down and we need to turn it around in the second half. And we've dominated that first half. We've just not got anything to show for it. 9 shots, 2 on target. They've had 2 shots, 1 on target. 0.73 against their 1.4 and 60% of the possession. That man Romelu at the top is starting to get on my nerves. And he is currently a £15 million dud. And Romelu gets us underway. No changes at half time. Groenbeck. And he's given that ball away. Val with goal kick. As they come forward. And Lakonga off his feet. Wins the ball. Groenbeck. Groenbeck finds Romelu. Romelu out to Banda. Banda! Somehow it stayed out. Groenbeck with a free kick, goes direct, but the goalkeeper is more than equal to it. Lite, 2-0 in midfield. Königsdorfer, Hogsberg, Königsdorfer. Königsdorfer crosses in, it's in the back of the net. And Banda gets the equaliser on 64 minutes. Hopefully, there's only one way to go now. Königsdorfer and Hogsberg working together down that right wing. Königsdorfer crosses it in. And Banda gets up, heads it into the ground, and Val can't keep that out. Petita. Metz. Goes all the way back to Val. Out to Opie, who's come on. Königsdorfer trying to close him down. Not happening. We need to be careful here. They're in. And it goes swooping over the top, thankfully. Lite comes forward. He's put that into space. Nobody there. Verscharen, he's a troublemaker, but cut out. We've instigated our last changes. They've not been made yet. It's gone out wide to Lage. Lage cuts inside. And Verscharen, he's the man and puts us behind again. And we're going to lose once more in the league. We just can't seem to find the form, can we? Oh dear. As we approach full time, 4 minutes added on, but it really does not look like we're getting back in this. Are we going to get another highlight? No, it's all over and we've lost this one. 2-1. That man, Verscharen, was the scorer for pain in our side. And to be honest, once we scored that goal, we lost our ground altogether. One bounder on 64 minutes. And pretty much from there on in, we made some changes and we lost ground. And they found a way through. That man, Vol. Why is it in Football Manager? It always seemed to be the goalkeeper just plays. I mean, it's absolute rubbish. Lost 5 games in a row. Can't keep any goals out. Plays against us. Plays like he's a number 1 goalkeeper from the World Cup. Yeah. 18 shots, 8 on target. I mean, we pretty much dominated that match. We should have been beyond St Pauli by the time they scored their second goal. They had 9 shots, just 3 on target, 0.81. Yeah, our poor form continues. And you come back and join me for the weekend's results. We played on Friday. I really don't know. Obviously, it's a little another bug in one of thousands of bugs in Football Manager. You've played in the Champions League. The other Champions League teams, the teams that play in the Champions League, they are playing on Sunday. No, we've got to play on Friday against St Pauli. Bonkers. Absolutely flipping bonkers. Anyway, 2-1 loss against St Pauli. Other games are played on Saturday. Bochum beating Köln 2-0. Darmstadt losing 2-0 to Leipzig. Eintracht Frankfurt beating Freiburg 2-1. Werder Bremen beating Union Berlin 3-1. Borussia Mönchengladbach drawing 0-0 with Borussia Dortmund. And then in the Sunday results, it's Bayer Leverkusen 3, but FC Bayern, who on a bad bit of form at the minute, losing 3-0 to Bayer Leverkusen, who are up in 3rd place as it currently stands. Stuttgart, who are 6th, beating Augsburg, who were atop, I think, by 2-1. Eintracht Frankfurt moving up into the top spot. And Nuremberg 0-0 against Hoffenheim. The table then looks like this. Bayer Leverkusen have played 1 more than everybody else. So they are in 3rd place. Expect them to drop down a little bit. But Eintracht Frankfurt 2 points clear of Augsburg in 2nd on 22, who are 4 points clear of Bayer Leverkusen in 3rd. And then FC Bayern in 4th on 17 points on goal difference from Borussia Dortmund. They have won 2, lost 2, drawn 1 of their last 5. Eintracht Frankfurt on 5 straight wins. We have lost 3 and won 2. So our form's out the window as well. But we are just 3 points inside of the relegation playoff place and some 6 points clear of Bochum, who are in 17th place. Köln on rock bottom as it stands at the moment. That's how it is at the end of the episode. We are going to come back for a DFB Pokal second round cup tie at home, thankfully, against Freiburg. We did play them earlier in the season. We lost 1-0 on that occasion. That out of the back of a Champions League as well. Well, hopefully we're going to hope for a better result today. And then we face Darmstadt, who came up from Bundesliga 2 last season. And hopefully we can pick our form up again. Whether this tactic is the right tactic to do it, jury's out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, though. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of the Rothosen Redemption as they are released. And new episodes of the Rothosen Redemption released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Well, thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 23 if you're not watching my other series, which is To Be a Legend. It's out on Monday. I will see you Tuesday. Have yourselves a great weekend. Goodbye.